The Cameron Crazies are ready for opening night of the college basketball season. The 7th-ranked New Blue Devils host Bears from Maine tonight in Durham, North Carolina. And welcome everybody, along with Chris Patola. I'm Doug Sherman. So glad you're here for opening night. And the Black Bear when he was a kid. It's the school where his mom was a star basketball player and his twin brother has just committed to for next year. The Blue Devils in their home whites have their the ball first. Lob to the rim. One of the other star-studded freshmen trying to involve him in that screen enrollment in the country. And you've got the veteran backcourt, Caleb Foster, Tyrese Cupter. That foul was on Keelan Steele of the Black Bears. From the moment he showed up in June on campus has shown he's a dude.
Well, he's a lottery pick, and his shooting is his best attribute. But he shows you there, if you're going to close out, which you have to, I mean, you cannot leave him. He's also physical enough and good enough to put it on the floor and take it all the way to the rim.
In Duke's 2 exhibition games, Knipple was 9 of 17 to illustrate your point, Chris. Duke's defense causing trouble. Proctor. Flag puts it on the deck. Malawash. He's got a lot of skills for a man who has not been. Clayton into the lane. Tynes with the pull-up. Maine still looking for its first points of the season, and they come on the putback by Keelan Steele, the junior from Ontario.
They play a rotating, three-headed monster at their bigs. Keelan Steele starting this game, a guy who's really battled injuries, has redshirted the last 2 years.
Once again, Clayton just caught the front iron. Fight for the basketball comes to Maine. Tell you what, the Black Bears have come to play the lay-in by Keon Burke.
Very nice.
The Black Bears have tied things up on the turnaround by Burns.
Keon Burns spent 2 seasons at LIU, came to Maine last year. He finished the year really well.
What a move by Caleb Foster, plus the foul.
He's a very important piece for them with the guys around him. He's that table well. The backup for Caleb has been Sion James early. I think you're going to see Cooper Flagg. Just talking to John Shire a little bit, I think you're going to see Cooper Flagg at the point at times this year.
One of those veteran transfers who is so valuable, Mason Gillis, Syracuse. Talking to Coach Shire this afternoon about them, he said they've gotten over themselves. Knipple is fouled from behind, meaning they have established themselves at this level.
Those 3 guys you mentioned, Doug, like those are culture guys. Those are locker room guys. Those are guys in Knipple better. Get those guys easy shots. Make life easy for your 2 best players. And that's not to say that these other guys are going to get that ball back because of how unselfish those 2 guys are. So you're right.
Off the screen, Christopher Mantis, who was brought into this Maine program to do just that this season.
He sure was. Made 49 threes last year on a very good App State team.
Long rebound comes to Knipple, who attacks. 6 quick points for the first. Well, even though that shot rimmed out, the fact that Christopher Mantis got another open 3 will not please the Duke coaching staff. That was a big part of the scout earlier today. Knipple.
Ball making a play in the passing lane.
You know what? When you watch shoot around, you watch practice, warm-ups, whatever, this young man, who was fouled before the shot, is yet to score. Impacted things in the first.
He doesn't say a lot. His unselfishness, his giving of him. He doesn't turn 18 until December. So it's not just his talent.
The Blue Devil come from the free throw line, and there is the defensive menace that is Malik Brown. Knipple. Count the basket and one. A chance for four.
He's a lottery pick. But it starts with the defense. Like you said, Malik Brown is a deflection steal master. And then, as we said, a nose for the ball. He is an elite shooter.
Foul number 2 on Jaden Clayton.
Watching that in 2 different types of ball screens there, just doing a masterful job. He switched, then he was in drop.
Gillis from Knipple. Cooper says it and acknowledges that quite likely Ace would have a different story. But they are different type of players. Ace is more of a forward, Cooper more of a wing. The offensive rebound, Sion James. And the former Tulane Green Wave misses his first shot as a Blue Devil, and here comes Maine. From behind, got the block, but the Black Bears keep coming. Jaden.
Shots on the other end.
Terrific ball movement to find Knipple open in the corner. About the first thing he has missed tonight. 13 points to lead all scores, half of Duke's points. Clayton with consecutive baskets. It's back to a 10-point. Well, in the America East Conference, Vermont, again this year, the team to beat. But the Black Bears are expected to be able to compete. Novak Perovic this season. Knipple. Malawach. Proctor. Got it!
The best thing Tyrese Proctor does is catch and shoot.
Work grabbed by Evans. Foster drives, gets the defender in the air and lays it through. Relatively late, but what an addition he is and will be for Coach Shire's star-studded recruiting class, rated #1 in the country. Kellen Tynes on the turnaround with his. Foster hangs in the air, kicks to the corner, the triple, around and out. On the stick back, the first made basket in the Duke career. ACC Player of the Year R.J. Davis gets his 5th and final season as a Tar Heel underway. Tell you what, Keon Burns is not. You mentioned Chris, he's an LIU transfer. His 6 points lead Maine. Good position inside and patience for Keelan Steele. Nice job to step in from the weak side by Gillis. That's the 6th turnover, but given right back. Kellen Tynes will head to the free throw line.
Maine has done a nice one. When Maine has taken care of it, you know, they had 5 early turnovers in this game.
18 a year ago. The expectation is that will go up this year. Kellen Tynes. Flag attacks. Knipple into the lane. Talk about patience in the lane. He's got that as well.
Well, and I'm surprised he didn't shoot it because he was open when he caught it.
Is from near Conway, Montana. And his grandparents named his father Con because of that. And then his father named him Con. So there are 2 Cons, probably in the entire world, both from the Knipple family. The season is young.
I've done enough games to know what your best stuff is. Doug.
Here comes Flag and throwing it down. Here he is again, #2 with the basketball. James off the feed. It's another assist from Cooper Flag.
And that's Cooper.
Steele keep the defender on his back.
Both years, so he hasn't played a lot of basketball. But he's done a nice job on the interior for them in this first half.
Flag. He goes to the reverse. Starting to heat up. He's got 8 points. Well, the expectation is that he could have the same type of impact on college basketball, not just here at Duke, but nationally, that we saw to Zion Williamson a few years ago. Do you think that is possible this year for Cooper Flag?
There's no question about it. Now, here's the thing. I mean, Zion Williamson went to an Elite Eight.
University of Maine campus, so his home state school, and he's doing things like that against the Black Bears.
He's so good at putting it on the floor. Again, in transition, there, out of the pick and roll. They didn't even set it. Do you go underneath? Will we see teams going under with him? Will we see teams daring him to shoot, sort of forcing him to that perimeter shot?
Doesn't get the finger roll, but there to clean it up, Malik Brown. The Syracuse transfer has his first 2 points of the year. Yeah, you don't need to run a play for Malik Brown. He doesn't even want for that to happen. He is just in the right place at the right time all the time. With a minute to go. Flag with 5 on the shot clock. Got to put it up. That does not count. Terrific defense once again by the Black Bears to force yet another turnover. That's to trigger against the full court pressure with 3.2 seconds to go in the half. Tynes puts it up. A competitive start to first in their navy uniforms with the sky blue lettering and white trim. Ball slapped away from Clayton. Flag then lost it. Back to Clayton. Good ball movement. Finding Burns open from 3.
Well, Maine's made a number of scrappy plays. There's the poke away from Flag, and then nice play by Keon Burns with that backflow coming from behind and a good extra pass to get an open shot.
Proctor, nothing but net. It's just inside the three-point line, left it well short. Here's Con Knipple, who leads all scorers with 15. Foster to Flag. Looked like it might have been clean up top by
exhibitions in the first half, Doug. He has 13 assists in his field are outstanding.
He's not
question, and the spacing allows them to do that, and the unselfishness.
Malawas didn't need to block it, just his mere presence. But then on second effort, Keelan Steele with a chance for 3.
Very, you know, when you talk to Chris, we talked to Chris Markwood today.
This game was tied at 6. Duke went on a run and has maintained a double-figure lead for the most of the rest of this game. Malawas will head to the line to shoot 3. He had a minor hand injury, and so we saw in both of the exhibition victories, and then during practice, Killian Gribben off the mark. Here comes Cooper Flag with a full head of steam. Likes the matchup, backing down.
Big time.
Well, when you've got Kellen Tynes at 6'3", trying to hang with that big here in the second half. Flag works to the baseline, finds Knipple in the opposite corner for 3.
It's a great pass from Flag.
Good closeout by Flag to make that a tough shot for Keon Burns. James Proctor, Brown, Flag. There's James off the bounce from last year's defensive. Flag with another rebound, and he'll bring it up himself. 6 rebounds now for the freshman in his debut. Well, there's the strength of James. When you look at him, you understand he can make plays like that.
Yeah, like you said, 1,000-point score in his time at Tulane, doing a lot of that. You know, Duke really hasn't had a guard with his size. Not many football teams have had players with his size.
Well, we talked with Coach Shire earlier today about the 3 key transfers he has coming off the bench. Kellen Tynes with the basket. I said, is this the template?
I mean, look, if I'm Jaden Clayton, I'm loving the bailout, for sure.
Logan Carey in the game, a sophomore guard from Shelton, Connecticut. To the left hand, that's a nice looking move by Jaden Clayton, your head coach. And he is a Black Bear through and through. A 2005 graduate, former captain. Gillis on the backdoor pass, and once again it's Brown. Gillis does a nice job staying with the shooter Mantis. Foster puts it on the deck, draws the contact, and puts it through. So you can watch anywhere. Watch to see if the Duke football team can come up with its 7th win of the year and how they deal with the terrific freshman quarterback of the Wolfpack, C.J. Bailey. Multiple offensive rebounds for Duke. With Chris Patola, I'm Doug Sherman here at Cameron Indoor. And that time, Malik Brown unable to hook. 9 minutes gone here in the second half. What a spinning bucket and a chance for 3 by Logan Carey.
Finish.
The foul win against Foster, his
second time in Cameron Indoor Stadium.
And we talked about the fact that he is a former Black Bear himself. His wife, Ashley, was also a star basketball player at Maine. She has made the trip with her 2 daughters. No whistle. Play continues after the miss by Revon Tudic. Knippel comes to a stop and banks it in.
You know, and Kai Knippel was the help on the other end.
Whistle against.
Physical, he's tough.
Well, he was
Cooper earlier, like they were coached by a guy named Andy Bedall. Cooper Flagg has been coached hard. Kai Knippel has been coached hard. And you see the result.
Here goes Knippel. Goes to the right hand. He's now got 22 points. Tynes no look pass, but James was there waiting for it. Sion James will head to the line to shoot 2. Would you draw a charge or try to if Sion James at 6'6", 220 was not leading the Patriot League in charges drawn, I guess? Tonight for Duke, turning it into points at the other end. James out of Sugar Hill, Georgia. He's been replaced by Killian Gribben again, a 6'10" junior from Ireland. 1 on the shot clock, and the whistle comes, and a foul is called. And I'm not sure both officials saw that the same way. The official out.
I mean, he puts his hand on him, but obviously.
Keon Burns putting. James left it a little short. Fight for the ball comes to the Black Bears. And the Blue Devils commit a foul in the backcourt. This week, ACC Huddle starts the day, and to get you set for Virginia Pitt at 8 after the game, stay right here. Clayton keeps the dribble. Gribben's pass knocked away. Here comes Cooper Flagg, flying high.
He's in every play. He's trying to make the right play. And it's what separates him.
To the left hand now for 16 points. Off the ball foul committed by Kellen. 4 from distance. He's made his 4 free throws, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, couple of turnovers. in 27 minutes. Again, his mom was a star player on a dynastic women's basketball program back in the 90s at Duke.
Gave Duke.
Timer under 10. Flag pokes it away, but he's going to be called for the reach-in.
John Shire's reaction. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to say his defense. A lot of things that really hyped, talented, anointed, and he's alert off of the ball.
Foster had it knocked away on the way up by Burns. At the other end, the foul committed by Knipple. And we will have... Well, Chris, the fall seasons roll on, and we have an 8. ACCN is the home of ACC championships. The ACC currently has 7. Behind the back, Flag pulls up, no. Brown back out to Flag, thought about it. Foster to Proctor, spotting up. Well, you said that's the best part of his game, and now he's going to have a chance for 4.
That's what he's got to be able to do. Hunt his catch and shoot. You know, I think he's been humbled by the last 2 years. Tyrese Proctor, you know, a guy that, you know, some thought made off the ball. They moved him off of the point. He's not going to score his way into the NBA. Yeah, he's got to be a guy, good catch and shoot player.
And you'll remember Proctor got here young. He was a reclassified guy. And as an illustration of just how hard it is to play at this level, especially when you have classed up. Foster rattles home a 3. Largest lead of the night for the Blue Devils. Well, we've got all 3 of the transfers out on the floor right now for Duke. Brown kicks it out to James, to Gillis. Here's Proctor. And again, that trio of guys. Cooper Flag is down on the floor at the other end of the court as Cooper Flag went down.
Yeah, and all signs, you know, looks like it was just a cramp. In fact, saw him say that. But if
terrific, you see, scoring 40 of the 85 points, and that is just part of the story.
He's asking about the relationship between Knipple and Flag, and he said,
and that's something else that permeates through the team. If he is accountable and allows for himself to be held accountable by his peers, it's great. The freshman from Herndon, Virginia, has his first. Carey, tough shot off the window, too strong. Brown clears the rebound. Foul on the 3 will send Harris to the free throw line.
I mean, he's already good, but to your point, they just don't have enough.
Well, North Carolina has its share of Hill. And we'll see what the Tar Heels have in store for the start of their season. That has become a tradition on ACC Network to have back-to-back 7 and 9 o'clock games. Either start at Duke and go to Carolina, or this year, or other years, going the other way around. Zion James somehow keeps his footing and lays it in. With Tulane, he is capable of putting up numbers. Gillis steals it away, and here comes James. Evans flares to the corner. Gillis fills it on the wing and buries the triple.
They sure do. Mason Gillis won 110 games in 4 years at Purdue. Of course, played in the national championship. He was 110 and 29 in 4.
And he can score. He put 29 on Penn State a couple of years ago. Veteran leadership in his 5th year coming to Durham is just going to pay. Brown's pass knocked away. Stolen by Keon Burns. And he makes him pay with the driving. Steele fouled out with 11 with just under a minute remaining here at Cameron. That's good. What have you seen out of the Blue Devils in their first
to play better teams is, can they defend and rebound consistently? You know, and the offensive glass hurt them a little bit in the front. And the gravity that creates on the floor. And again, John Shire's done a nice job leveraging that. But can they defend and rebound consistently against good teams, I think becomes the question.
Clayton can't get the roll. And Duke, with 6 double-figure scores, can just dribble it out. Knipple 22, Flag 18.7 rebounds, 5 assists. 11 points apiece for Foster and James, 10 apiece for Gillis and Proctor. A lot of weapons this year for people to deal with when they face the Blue Devils. Your final score, 96-62, your final score. The regular season here at Cameron is underway with a bang.